now ask the question that grievances be noted. I call the member for Bean.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Deputy Speaker, in this debate I'd like to raise a few matters that relate to my electorate of Bean. Most items are of much pride, but one, unfortunately, of deep disappointment to many in my electorate. The first issue, a grievance if you will, is that of the RoboDebt debacle. Deputy Speaker, in September last year, I spoke on a matter of public importance in the House on the RoboDebt scheme and the catastrophic stress and anxiety it was causing many of my constituents, as it did around the country. I read correspondence from a member of my local community. To repeat, that correspondence noted: our intellectually disabled daughter is undergoing a review of past income by Centrelink through the RoboDebt catastrophe. She's 28 years old and resides with us, her parents. She may owe money to Centrelink, but a letter out of the blue to her, chasing debt dating back to 2015 without any prior notice or review of her earnings by Centrelink. Deputy Speaker, there have been many such cases across Bean, and the frustration, the stress and the anxiety were real. But for months, the Morrison government kept denying that its pet scheme was illegal or that it was doing harm. We had the member for Barker during this debate in September calling Labor's prosecution of the RoboDebt issue just a robo-scare, saying these harassment letters were all about integrity, saying that calling the Liberal government mean and nasty about this system was trite, and that the RoboDebt letters were just a simple request for information. Then, Deputy Speaker, we had the member for Bowman get up and put forward another interesting line of logic. That it was very much okay to robo-target sensitive Australians, like those with disabilities, because they receive payments by electronic means. Well, for months this type of tripe continued. We had the member for Fadden denying the standover scheme was unfair, inaccurate or illegal, despite the settling of cases. And we've had the member for Cook batting away questions of the legality of RoboDebt, a scheme cooked up on his watch. It beggars belief that this government was not advised of the illegality at the heart of this heartless scheme. And after all this out-of-touch spin and damage, we had the scheme found to be illegal and government finally agreeing to zeroing the debts. Or another way of putting it, 470,000 Australians will be refunded over $700 million of RoboDebt that they had been illegally hounded for. Well, this doesn't help families who are devastated and damaged by this unfair process and in some cases lost loved ones. As others have said, the coalition had to be dragged kicking and screaming to this point. Those coalition members that worked so hard in Parliament to defend the scheme and attack Labor should take the next opportunity to put their hand up and say, I was wrong and I am sorry, to 500,000 Australians and their families. And those ministers that deliver this debacle should do the right thing and not only apologise to my constituents in Bean that were caught up in this mess, but take responsibility for their gross failures and resign.